guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now you guys might remember the PC build video that I made, and right after the video, about one day later, my PC stopped working. So then I started troubleshooting what the issue might be, and turned out that it was my motherboard, and yeah, that was faulty. So guys, I returned that motherboard, and right after that, now it took 6 to 7 months for the new motherboard and the new processor to come back, because I shifted from Ryzen to Intel, because I've been using Intel at home and there are a lot of devices at home that use Intel right now, so I kind of trust that more. So guys, I really can't wait to show you this video. Now the only thing that's changed from that video is the motherboard and the processor. Now I did go with a bit more expensive motherboard, and the processor itself is expensive. The graphics card and the processors that come from China are a bit more expensive in India right now, so you don't exactly get them at a lower price. But if you guys are investing in something like this, if you guys are streamers, if you guys are gamers and you guys need to have a proper gaming setup, please do invest. It may be a little expensive, but it is worth. So right now I've got the new processor and the new motherboard, so hopefully this changes my opinion about you guys making your own gaming PCs. And if this is helpful in any way, if this video is informative, please hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I am so excited for this. I can't wait. Let's get into the PC build. So guys, now all of this is on my bed because my table is kind of covered with monitors and all of that, so I can't actually remove all these things, but I'm going to be doing this on my bed. So guys, the case is the same. There is nothing, there's no difference inside. So guys, this is the motherboard that I have chosen. This is the Aorus B460 Pro AC, and this is by Gigabyte. Now I did hear a lot of good things about this, and this is a bit expensive, but it's worth it. This is the motherboard that I'll be using, and I shifted from Ryzen 5 to Intel i5. This is the 10th gen processor. It is the 10400. My RAM and my SSD are going to remain the same. It is going to be the same things that I had used before. The case is going to remain the same as well. I still haven't removed the plastic as well. This is so brand new, and it's been waiting from the past 6 months. It's been so long since I've built this PC, I don't even remember what these wires were doing right now. Okay, the case is kind of ready. I have all the power supply and everything over there, so I don't exactly have to move anything. Now I really love their design. It feels so good and so premium. Alright, so guys, this is the motherboard. So I'm just going to open this up. This is the B460. As you guys can see, there are a lot of things over here. So as soon as you open the box, the first thing that you see is the motherboard itself. Now we are going to open this up, but before we get into this, let's see what else comes in the box. So you do have a sticker for Aorus. Yes, you do have a sticker here, and we even have a user's manual. Now this is a manual that has everything related to your CPU installation, your hardware installation, and BIOS setup, and all of that. So everything is there in this manual, which is really cool because the motherboard that I bought previously didn't exactly have all of that, so I had to watch it on YouTube and then figure out how it's done. But this isn't it. When you take this out, you have a G connector, which is pretty cool. This is very helpful for your front cabinet connectors, so this is going to be really helpful. And the other thing you have is for your Bluetooth and your Wi-Fi. So this is pretty cool. This is like an antenna that we're going to be using. Now the first step is we need to get our CPU installed. So for that, we have this. This is the motherboard. Guys, this is a full ATX motherboard, so it is pretty cool. It is huge, so I'm going to keep this aside. Guys, be careful when you handle the motherboard because there are a lot of things at the back that can get damaged as well, like a lot of these pins, so be careful with that. As I said, I replaced the Ryzen 5 with the Intel Core i5 10th gen processor. It has integrated graphics as well. So yeah. So we have the Intel processor guide with a sticker over here. This is what we're going to be attaching to our case. You have a fan here with the processor. This is the i5 10400. We even get a stock cooler. Now this is the fan that we get with the applied thermal paste. Yeah, now in future I will probably get this replaced with a proper liquid cooler or a bigger air cooler. So I'm not actually sure about that, but right now we're just gonna go with this. Guys, be very careful with this because unlike AMD processors, the pins are over here. And then we... Alright, so this is the cooler that we're going to be using, as I said. And since this is done, there are two ways to check it. One is if it is firm, and you will hear a clicking sound here. But another way is that you can see these, you can see that the black and gray are at the same distance. So that's one way to find out. And also make sure that there is enough space for your fan blade to move around, because these might get stuck with the wires. So the fan is also plugged in, and this is basically where it is. Guys, now next what I have is the RAM. Now this is the HyperX RAM that I had used before as well. This is Intel certified, and so this is what we're going to be using. Now I do have both of these RAM sticks, so I'm going to be using these in a dual channel configuration. Now these are 8GB RAMs each, so we're going to be using both of them, and we're going to be installing that over here. Yeah, so as soon as you install the RAM, you will hear the clicking sound, so that means that your RAM is perfectly installed. Now the next thing we have is the SSD. Now the SSD is going to go over here. So for that I need to remove these screws. And as soon as this is done, we will be putting this motherboard inside our case. Now guys, all that's left right now is to complete the wiring, and as soon as that is done, I think we are done with this. Alright, so guys, after about 15 minutes, all the wiring and all the cable management is done. So I just want to check this before I close it all up. So I'm gonna connect this to the monitor real quick, just to check out if everything is working as it should. So yeah, all the wires, according to me, everything is properly done. So I do see colors over here, if you guys can see this. Now guys, since it all turns on and everything, and I did not have to install Windows on it as well, because I had already installed Windows on the SSD in my previous system. So I use the same SSD, so I do not have to install Windows 10 all over again. But guys, one more thing is that right now there is one thing that I see a lot of YouTubers who make gaming PCs forget, or they just don't show it in their videos. So after you install your motherboard and everything, since it turns on, there is one last thing that you have to install. Not exactly install, you just have to screw it up, but this is your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth antenna. This is the packet that you get, so I'm just gonna quickly open this up and show you how this is done. So I'm gonna put this on, I'm going to install all the drivers, and yeah, then I'll get back to you guys, and then I can show you the PC completely and in its proper form. So this is going to be on top, and this is magnetic. So this is just going to be on top, and these will be plugged in. Alright, so guys, that was the PC and it's finally done, and I had no complications so far, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. I really hope you guys like this video. I'm finally glad that it's kind of finished, and yeah, the last thing that's left is to just put on the stickers, and I'm just gonna do that after I end the vlog. I really hope you guys like this video. If you like this video, like, share and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.